hope it works from where. Yeah. Reds of the mornings, blacks of the nights, yearnings of the past. Okay, just let me put it. Reds of the mornings, blacks of the nights, yearnings of the past, and the freshness of present, all caught up in an amalgamation of 5 elements. Under the spell of Maya, the illusion, engulfing, floundering, celebrating it, enchanting me, seducing me into her world of magic, a world of dreams. And like an enchantress, holding my hand, walking me through this inexplicable experience, influencing me into opening my thoughts to greater heights, stringing me into watching my flight of limitless dreams into the discipline of happening, making my path, my destination. I am Seema Kohli. Hi, everybody. I stand here before you to tell you about myself and my work. I will not tell you what I paint or how I paint. You will see that for yourself. But I will share my world with you. It is my private world. And I'm not seeking any approval because my story is your story. I am no Eve, woman, South Asian, Indian, middle class, mother, daughter, anglicized, spiritual, artist, feminine, feminist, labels all. And I reject labels. Why should I confine to labels? Why should I conform to labels? I stand here before you, representing myself, a sum of many parts, but not a part of any sum. A painter, yes. A painter of women's concerns, yes. I do not want to sit only on a platform with those who burn bras. I want to sit on a platform with astronauts, engineers, scientists, sports people, statesmen, musicians, actors and fashion designers. I'm not concerned with their gender. I'm an artist who knows women's secrets. My ancestors, they came from greater undivided Punjab in northern India, a land at the crossroads of civilizations, watered by 5 rivers, lush and green, and rich with the loomy essence of history and culture. On my grandfather's lap, I listened to stories of great warriors sometimes, of greater lovers often, of the greatest of men and women, of saints, of faith, of gods and kings and heroes all the time. These people of the past, these mythological and historical men and women, were part of our present. My grandparents, they delved deep inside, unearthing secrets through experimenting on themselves whenever they need assurance. They were the realized or the liberated souls. Why, one of my grandaunts would even lock up her idols, her gods, in a tin of butter whenever she felt the need to scold them. This was the intimacy she had. I grew up listening to the hymns with a soothing cadence. I grew up to be spiritual, not religious. I believed in faith. I marveled at nature, kainat, as they call it. And I studied various philosophies, but what I sought lay outside the realms of the academic world. I began to paint furiously, fast and often. I even did a 3-year diploma course in applied arts, but my painting was largely self-taught. It was my way of expressing myself. I painted on myself, my clothes, the walls, and my family indulged me. I showed my paintings to anyone who cared, and my friends, they encouraged me. I painted Rabia, Shams Tabriz, Bulle Shah, Shiva, Kali, Christ and Krishna with the gopis. I painted till I was in a trance. I made my own mythology. I began to tell stories, my own stories. Those stories my grandfather filled my childhood with. Faith shaped my life. I sought solace in it. I wanted to be close to my faith, closer than anyone else. I wanted to be free from all cycles, young that I was. Wait, said my father. I was 16, sometime between 18 and 19. I was ordained into the order by my guru. I thought I was invincible. Was it merely an act of rebellion and infatuation with faith? My father thought so. He convinced my guru to let me go. And first experience, as the Hindu way of life ordained it, my household. I was angry, upset, and depressed. I wanted to be in charge of my life. I wanted to escape, to seek refuge in the ordained, the realized, become a sannyasin. Maybe my guru saw something bigger, something larger ahead. Maybe my father saw his rebellious child flowering in other ways. I married my childhood friend who let me be, reassured me I could continue on my path, experimentation with faith. He was my companion, my friend. But merely months, days later, I knew marriage was not for me. It made me conform. I became subservient. I did things I was uncomfortable with. I felt cheated and hurt. I vented out in my paintings. My studio was my dining table with colors like fireflies in the midnight silence. They flowed like lava. Under this sheet of sparkling stars, in the silence of night, I saw myself pondering over my thoughts that had the intensity of form, which came pouring easily out as paintings. They were the woven threads of joy, ecstasy, and pain, every feeling, every smell, every visual being an integral part of my subconscious. My mind being the canvas of my introspection, the thoughts always random, static, but with a definite continuation, a contradiction. Each and every person being my experience, and I see myself in them. I had children, my love and joy. I lived like any other suburban wife, reinventing myself in a secret world of colors and paint, of stories of my subconscious that come pouring out of my brush. I can count 21 years. Those who saw me through kept telling me to paint. In 1998, I held my first solo show. By 2002, I had my next exhibition. I felt healed. This was my journey to my faith, my spiritual path. I had been tested by fire, I felt. My struggles had cleansed me. The anger was gone. There was no bitterness, no animosity. I knew completeness. The wheel had come a full circle. I did know that I was not a part of the accepted system or routine, but outside the order of the things. I wanted to do things my way. I wanted to make and follow my own path. I was told I must be like water in the stream that goes with the flow. I wanted to be the stone in the stream that breaks the flow. I wanted to draw fish without fins. I wanted to draw trees where the roots were as strong and as important as branches. I wanted to draw small birds with large wings. You're wrong. I was told again and again, why did I, who drew fish without fins in trees with roots like branches, have to prove myself to anyone? Why couldn't I just be me? There was no place I could call my base. I had to struggle to observe the flow and not cause ripples, but I refused to go with the flow. While my life, my marriage crumbled, I was watching, learning, experimenting, experiencing. I taught myself, I focused. Though I cried, but I smiled till my face pained. But I dreamt, and I dreamt, and I dreamt. I lived my dreams. I made castles in the air. I painted my dreams. To dream was to desire. I learned then that had I gone to an art school, I might have arrived faster in the market, but I would have dreamt less, desired lesser. There were times when I almost gave up, but then I would pick up my brush, draw a fish without fins, and my heart would smile again. That is when I knew that the strife, the struggle, the path is the destination. It is the journey that is important. Arriving can wait. Do I paint gods? Yes and no. But I paint nature, the universe, life, gods as mortals, mortals who are heroic. I am taken in by the same measure by all faiths, the Hindus, the Sikhs, the Christians, the Sufis, and the Buddhists. I am at the center of my universe. I look at things from women's perspectives. Why? Because I am a woman. But women are not at the center of my paintings. My universe is complete only when all energies balance. Yin and yang, positive and negative, man and woman. The Ardhanareshwar, not some hybrid creature, but man and woman united as symbols who complete the circle, the cycle of life. Conditioned by roles, perhaps. The man, the keeper of the skies, the king of the universe, a symbol of strength. The woman, the domestic goddess, nurturer, the queen of the world, a symbol of all that is gentle and good. But a woman, terrible in a wrath, destroyer of worlds, just like Shiva, the Tandav dancer, a tender lover. Not one without the other, a complete circle of harmony, aligned with nature, nature itself, now benign, now harsh, now terrible. Nature, nurturer, these are my stories. From ashes to womb to dust. Once upon a time, long, long while ago, there was a womb, a golden womb. From the golden womb emerged the suns, the moons, the stars, the planets, and a conscious universe was born. The golden womb, from it emerged the 5 elements: air, water, fire, earth, and ether, a universe that was neither male nor female, but as it took a form, it led to the birth of illusion, Maya, as we call it. That which we believe, that which we make tangible, but that which is not. Prakriti then, nature, nurturing, hence feminine, creation, procreation, a feminine percept, a constant state of evolution, of birth, of rebirth, of birth, of creation, destruction, creation again. I celebrate that aspect of creation, of nurturing, of faith, of belief. The golden womb, with its umbilical cord, the lotus stem, its creation in muddied waters, resulting in the flowering of the universe, a world, a state of enlightenment, a chain that carries on, regardless of worlds that come and go, men and women who pass by, a world, that I observe and I paint. I am woman, indestructible. Who am I, or for that matter, who are you? Women have shared a collective history of myth-making from time immemorial. In the stitch of their garments and the weave of their textiles can be found an inspiration, an experience, and charted courses of women's histories, so different from male narratives, stories shared over sipped teas, community breads, of secrets in tyrus, and pleasures in pain, of being a woman. As a painter, I have inherited a tradition of storytelling in a medium that had a very little precedence, but the artist as a women painter in India was rare. And then in the 70s, women painters who broke the mold, who broke free to express themselves. I guess I was lucky to be among the few who joined in when the big swell began. Not isolated, not alone, but still a woman painter. I had to prove myself that I was a painter, first and foremost. How I laughed at them when I put myself in the center of my paintings, right there, unmissable, a woman holding up the universe. But a woman can never cheat. I put the woman in the center of the universe. I put the man in the center of the universe. It was this completion of the cosmos that fascinated me. Why should one be without the other? The folk, the tribal, nature and environment, even perhaps the tantric, for is not procreation the seed for all cosmic energy? Was I being self-indulgent? No. I believed in the balancing of the universe, where the myth or reality coincides to define the world we inhabit. My woman is not a creature of voluptuousness, a fantasy for male gaze. She's composite, complete, a whole. She's also a sum, a part, incomplete, great, but not greater than the universe. She's a creature of myths, metaphors, and autobiographies, part me, part other woman, part real, part mythical, part mortal, part temporal, part immortal, part celestial. My tree of life and universe contained masculine and feminine, two flip sides of the same coin, not one without the other. Molten lava, cooling waters, hard earth and sheltering skies, seasons of change and bountiful nature, rising from the deepest of the earth, cursing with the sap of life, flowering to the touch of tenderness, from ancient times, ancient lands, and ancient tales, through time, captive in its branches. As is nature, so are men and women. I eye this world. I pay it homage. I paint its story. I am the tree. I hold the universe in the spread of my arms. I manifest in paint, brush, paper, canvas, paintings, stone, metal, shape, form, sculpture, idea, essence, questions, materiality, conceptual art, dance, image, expression, thought, films. I'm all these. I'm me. I'm a woman. You're a man. I'm fiction. I hope you're a fact. Thank you. This is what I am. And I hope you enjoyed the painting. Is the time over? Thank you so much. Thank you, Rome. Thank you, Win, for letting India be here. It was a very condensed and a very concise philosophy of India, of not a religion, which is not a religion. It is a spiritual land. It is not confined to any religion. It is the Mother Earth, a breeder of all religions. Thank you so much. Welcome to India.